Temperature sensor. Stays cold.
What's up, guys? It's Eggie here, and I'm in the garage sitting in a fancy new chair that I got. I didn't pay for it; it was given to me. But yeah, we're back. It's been a couple weeks. I had taken the transmission out, and Noel brought it to Noel Kyao Tuning brought it to Adam, so you can check it out for me. And it's back, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with it, so that's great. Which is actually, it's really great because considering what happened, the 232, the fact that something's wrong with it is actually really good. But yeah, I thought I saw something. It's just reverse that looks like that, and it's normal. But yeah, so he said the shimming was off by a little bit, so he changed that. But besides that, it's not wrong with it. So next time I'm gonna tackle is just take those cables out, and hopefully that will help it. But or I'm just gonna have to hire a driver. The boy can't drive. He's washed up before he's even washed. But yeah. So right now it's on the ground over here, and it's ready to go back in, all sealed up. And but what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna take the clutch out, check everything, make sure the flywheel didn't come loose. I don't think it did. This thing's pretty tight, but take it out anyways, double check, and yeah. And then after I get everything back in, I want to take the oil pan down and swap it for the oil pan that I have another block over here, just because this one's seen some smacks and other stuff from underneath. And I also want to check too, just to make sure nothing internally happened, because if I see any metal in the pan or anything like that. So check that, and hopefully get this thing back in today. And it's also my birthday, so doing this on my birthday, the grind don't stop. So hopefully get it back in, as long as everything's good and ready to rock and roll. I want to go possibly Friday to Sunday right now. Possibly go Friday to the Deckers rental on Friday. It's at night, so I'll just go to work and then leave early. But yeah, so we'll see if we can get that done. But first I have to double check this clutch. And this, folks, is why when you 232 or 121, you always check your flywheel. And who knows? I don't know. The fact that these three were coming out, I don't know. There's three. This one was the furthest out. It wasn't out here. It was a lot further in. But, you know, it was the furthest out from these two. And then the rest are tight. But that's crazy. So I'm going to take it off and inspect it. And hopefully, will not further damage than we thought, which that kind of sucks. I wish I kind of did this before I dropped out the transmission, but what are you gonna do? So we'll figure it out, and I'll be back in a second. Alright guys, so upon further inspection, flywheel's got some damage on it. I just don't know. I prefer not to like try and grind it down and clean it up, and you know what I mean. So I'd rather just possibly just find a new twin disc, because I mean that's pretty those are pretty deep, and I just rather not even risk it. And then on this side, it's got some marks too, which is the side that goes to the crank, which is also like kind of stressing me out, because that happens, then I wait to put the tarp back on the car. My bad. But screw it. I'll lay on the ground. I don't care. But so yeah, if that happens, then you know, that's not really good. It's moving on the crank, can mess up the holes on the crank. But if you look, it's got some marks here and here. I don't think any of the threads got messed up from what I can see, because the three that were loose, which is this one, and this one, weren't that backed out. But at the end of the day, they're still backed out, and there's still, you know, 5 other ones holding it. But just the fact that it marked this up pretty good, like these are pretty deep gashes and indents. So I don't know. Obviously gonna need a new pilot bearing. But I don't know. I was gonna change the pan, but I think I'm gonna hold off. I'm still gonna change it, but obviously, you know, if this has damage on it and that has damage on it, my dad's home, then you know we could probably possibly have some bearing damage. So anyways, possibly check that out during the week. So I guess we're not going testing Friday, but it is what it is. You know, at the end of the day, it's racing. It's what happens. But yeah, what are you gonna do? But let me get up and got some stuff that I do want to show you, because I got some stuff for the street car. Shout out to my other boy Noel Jimenez. You could subscribe to him on YouTube. His link is always down below. But I got this plate. I'll insert a video of it, because when I got it, I'm not gonna mention any names, any brands, or any companies, because I don't like bashing people. But like, I could have made this. I should have just made it, and I painted it black, because this thing came the way it was. But there's only 2 companies that make them, and it wasn't Burton Racing. So that made this one. So, but it lines up, it does the job. But it is what it is. But yeah, so that's for the street car, so we could put K series coils on it. So, but yeah, I guess for now we're done, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, I'm back for a quick outro, but I think I could probably just get away with a flywheel. All the discs and everything on the clutch look fine. I mean, the heat mark sucks. That's from the fact that the kid who had it on his car was driving on the street, but everything on the disc looks fine. And so we're gonna need a new flywheel. Hogged up all the holes, hogged them out and everything. And my main concern right now is the crank and all that, because while the threads look fine because they didn't back out that much, I still think, you know, from all that shaking and high RPM and all that stuff, it could mess with the bearings on the inside. So still gotta drop the pan and all that. I also forgot to mention too, street cars coming along as far as, you know, gathering parts and all that stuff. Shout out to Noel Ortiz for the radiator for the street car. I just gotta get a fan for it. But yeah, it's coming along. We got everything. We got the turbo and everything. Shout out to Bjorn, who's shipping out the motor mounts, so I can start putting the dummy motor in, so we can start mocking everything up, and then do the other motor on the side, and we might possibly even be doing 2 motors now. So yeah, but anyways, I will see you guys probably next time. It's a little short one, a little update. My family's here now, so we're gonna do some birthday stuff and, you know, just hang out and chill. My plan was to hopefully get this back in, but, you know, plans change, and you know, I was optimistic, but you know, at the end of the day, it's racing. It's how it works, it's how it happens. But yeah, so but we'll be back. You know what they say, the comeback's always better than the damn, I forgot. The comeback is always better than whatever. But yeah, but we'll be back, and I'm just gonna have to hit up Action Clutch for a new flywheel, change thermal bearings, change these bolts and stuff like that. Yeah. But I'll see you guys next time. And right now I'm sitting at 599 subscribers. So if anybody's feeling, you know, generous to make it 600 for my birthday, I would very much appreciate that. But anyways, I will see you guys next time. Alright guys, excuse my head, but I don't want my hat touching my head. I also don't want you guys to see my crazy hair, because when I was laying down on the ground, I put my head in some oil that spilled, so I have oil in my hair, so that's cool. But yeah, I found like this little took the pan down, took a peek at everything. Right now there's a trash bag underneath this, so nothing gets in there. But yeah, I don't know. Found this little piece of metal in there. I don't know how well you guys could see that. Originally, I was thinking it was a valve, piece of a valve, like the top part. But I don't know. I don't think it is. Kyao thinks it's a piece of the lower, on the piece of the gear on the bottom of the timing chain. So yeah, the crank trigger. So yeah, I don't know. Gonna have to look at that, or I don't know. But obviously there's no reason why this piece of metal should have been in there. I mean, it's got some metal in it, but nothing normal. And then like all that extra crap right there, it looks like silicone. Has some metal attached to it though, so I don't know. But this is what's throwing me off right now. So I mean, obviously something's wrong for that piece of metal to be in there. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna pull the engine out. It's already 80% there anyways. Just another mount and disconnect all the wires and everything and take the header off. But besides that, yeah, I mean, it's already halfway out, so screw it, might as well just take it out. So I mean, that'll be something to do either during the week or this coming weekend. But yeah, anyways, freaking mosquitoes. I'm gonna head inside because your boys got work tomorrow. And yeah,